It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tyrone Lowe. I'm your host. The show is called The Legends. I want to thank everybody all over the world that actually subscribes to my show and show me love. In the house of the legends, I have somebody that just came straight from Chicago, just got off the plane, y'all. And right now, she's in the studio with me, getting ready to do an exclusive interview. In the house of the legends, I bring to you rapper Kueen Jay.
How are
Welcome
you?
to The Legends.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going, girl?
I'm awesome. Can't complain.
You can't complain. Hey, I like to hear that. So we're gonna take it from the beginning, like your childhood, because you did mention to me you're from a musical family in a sense. So tell the viewers about that.
My childhood, I grew up in the church.
Okay.
My grandmother and mother were singers, and I originally started off as a singer.
Okay.
So from there, I progressed, got my first performance at the age of 5. And from 5, I moved up into becoming a gospel recording artist at the age of 11.
Wow.
And then from the age of 11, I was songwriting a little bit, 15, 16, and went from there to writing for the late artist J Script, which is now
Okay.
passed away. And from there, I've been on my music journey.
So who was your early influences? I mean, growing up, because who gave you that drive, that energy, to say, well, listen, I want to do some type of production.
My brothers.
Really?
Yeah, my brothers were my influence. My oldest brother, Sinatra's, which is a heavy known artist back in Chicago, and my brother David, he was working with Twister at a young age.
Okay.
So those two have been like my pillar of why I do what I do now.
Okay, that's cool. And it's very ironic because you've done a lot of things and you've grown kind of fast in a sense. So you mentioned to me that you had a 10-year layoff.
Yeah.
And why was that?
I took a 10-year layoff. One, relationship.
Okay.
Boyfriend was not comfortable with being me being the center of attention around a bunch of men.
Okay.
Because this is a male dominant.
So it's like insecurity type of level that you in the relationship you was going through.
And then it was like after that, I didn't feel like I was getting the respect that I deserved as a female artist.
Okay.
At that time, I felt like I was being shunned. I was being shunned out. Nobody was paying attention. So I was just like, I'd rather choose to make my relationship work and just put this on the back burner. And I did exactly that.
So how's it working out for you now?
Amazing.
Okay.
I'm mad I left. I am so mad I left.
Okay.
But I'm happy to be back.
Well, sometimes you have to make sacrificial changes in your life, man. To evaluate and things like that, man. For me, it was like I have to go through sacrificial things every day, but I still have to look at the fact that I have to chase my happiness no matter what.
Facts.
Do you agree?
I totally agree. Totally.
And so from there, let's talk about your first recording that you ever did. How did you feel actually being in a recording booth, and what kind of energy were you feeling at the time?
Are we going back from like currently or when I originally first started?
When you first started.
Oh man, my very first recording, I was in somebody's closet with a sheet.
Okay.
I was in a hot closet smelling everybody's breath in the mic but mine.
Oh, okay.
But it was an experience. I was excited. I got to put down something that I wrote. That was a part of me. I was telling a part of my story.
Right.
For the first time, and it was just a relief. It was like a page out of my own diary that I got to put out that other people could hear.
Okay, and how did other people receive it? And what was the feedback from them to you?
Good feedback.
Good feedback.
Very good feedback.
And that gave you a sense of confidence in a sense?
To keep going, keep writing, keep pushing. And that's why I'm back today.
Okay.
I got that same feeling when I returned over a year ago.
Okay.
I was nervous, scared, not knowing whether or not if I would fit into this time zone. And I do. What I wrote 10 years ago matches what I have now, and what I wrote now that I'm more educated
Right.
on the music and the music business and the
Right.
sound. What I wrote 10 years ago is still timeless today.
Okay. So the fundamentals of the music business, how did you actually acquire that?
Through my journey,
Okay.
being a recording gospel artist first, I acquired it there, learning underneath Rick Robertson and Donald Lawrence and Mark Washington, Mark Hubbard, and doing my own research, going to school. I went to school for music as well.
Okay.
After learning vocal coaching, how to write music, arranging music at Lincoln College, and going to school at Kennedy King, learning a little bit about radio, doing voice over work.
Right.
It was something that helped me along the way to be able to communicate what I really want in a song, to give that feeling, that vibe, that essence that connects from me to you.
Right. Right. Did you ever worry about being competitive, in a sense? You know, because there's a lot of rappers out here, and
I'm not worried about nobody.
you're not worried about that. That's self-confidence, and I love that. I love that. I see. That's why your success is why you're growing the way you are. You know, your mindset. You know,
The only person I'll compete with every day is the person that I see in the mirror.
and that's a good thing. Let's talk about some of the producers that you work with, and who are the producers that you're working with now.
Currently, I am working with Rio de Janeiro.
Okay.
I am working with Egilla Beats. I'm working with Beats. His name is Beatser. And that's currently in Trauma. He used to work with T.I.
Okay.
So there's a few people that I'm working with, and I'm having a great experience because my most important thing is having my own sound.
Okay.
I don't want to sound like anybody else. I don't want to follow anybody's template. I want my own sound, my own lane. I want my name to be in rooms when I'm not there.
And how do you molding into your own perfection as far as your sound is concerned?
What I hear,
Okay.
how I feel when I hear the music, or if I'm in the room with the DJ or with the producer and we're creating, he can give me an 808 beat and I'll be like, hey, throw me some strings.
Okay.
Give me a harp
Right.
here. Let me go in the booth and record an actual vocal sound, whether if it's like me saying something or me echoing like an animal or a rain sound or wind sound or something like that, to give a live performance on the track, just to be a part of the track.
Right. So you already paid a picture as far as your production when you actually start doing it and stuff. That's pretty cool. You know, and before we even go there, I want to shout out to Don Walker. You know, you're brilliant, man. And just to give you a heads up, I'm checking out some of your current stuff, and I think you're brilliant. So back to you. How do you and Don actually get, you know, involved with each other in a sense?
Me and Don Walker actually have a song with each other.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, we actually have a song
Are
with
you part
each
of his
other.
new EP right now?
Yes, I am. I have one song with him currently. The way that we got in contact with each other was I was opening up for this new artist named Kueen Youngin. He's one of the youngest, hottest
Yeah,
rappers.
I've done King Youngin.
So we were opening up for him for
Okay.
his new album release.
Right.
And from there, Don was like, yo, I got to work with you. And
Right.
from there, we've been working with each other, coaching each other, talking to each other, and being inspiration. And he ended up being an opening act for me when I did my concert for my album release.
Okay.
So we've been rocking a whole year strong.
Would you say that Chicago has their own sound as far as rap artists, or would you feel that they're like international in the sense of sound?
I would say Chicago has their own sound.
Okay.
But I also feel like everyone copies a sound
Okay.
that they're familiar and comfortable with.
Right. So let's talk about some live performance. What was your first live performance like? Stepping out on the stage and seeing all these people, and what were you thinking about? Are they going to yay or nay you, or what were you thinking?
Typically, when I step on the stage, I ascend to a whole nother place.
Okay.
I am not even the same person.
Right.
I don't see the people that's in front of me.
Okay.
It's like I can hear people, but I don't see them at all. I don't know if that's of the fear
Right.
or it's because I transform into a being that is not able to be described. But
Right.
I become a part of the music at that point. So I become what you're hearing.
Okay. And as far as performance, name some of the places that you have performed at?
Recently, I just did Las Vegas,
Okay.
Too Hot Radio. I just did Navy Pier in Chicago
Okay.
for the Shy Jazz Fest,
Mm-hmm.
House of Blues, and the Promontory. So I've been traveling and moving around the city. I've been also traveling and performing outside of the city. I literally just came back from Boston a few months ago.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And that's cool. Are you currently back in the studio right now doing some things, or?
Yes, I am currently in the studio. I am working with my producer Beats,
Okay.
as well as Ejilla. We're actually getting ready to rebrand my album that I dropped 6 months ago.
Okay. And how's that doing?
It's actually amazing.
Okay.
It's an amazing rebrand because Beats is really giving me a sound that brings me up to the level where I feel like I can compete with mainstream.
Fidelity in the track. And that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, other artists that's coming up right now and trying to reinvent themselves and things of that nature, what would you say to them?
Keep striving, keep pushing, stay focused. Anything that's a distraction to you, whether if it's family, friends, job, use those scissors, cut it off. Because if you really want it, you got to be hungry. Always
Right.
remember there's always another dog out there looking for another
I hear
bone.
you.
So
hear you.
you got to come with it every time. You got to hit the nail on the head every time. So stay focused, stay humble, prayed up, keep writing.
As far as a writer, are you currently writing for other people as well right now?
Currently, I'm writing for myself.
Okay.
I'm
So are you
focused-
going to take it to a step higher as far as producing other people as well?
Of course, of course.
Anybody in mind that you would actually want to work with? Now, there's a lot of artists out there and stuff like that. Anybody particular that you would say, well, listen, man, he sounds great. It could be T.I., it could be somebody, you know, like that. Who would you really want to work with right now?
I would want to say I would want to work with Kelly Rowland.
Okay. And why is that?
I love her sound.
Right.
I love how she is as a person. And I like how she cultivates her music
Right.
with the young and the old. She stays up to date with her sound and how she does what she does, coming from Destiny's Child.
Right.
Another person I would work with would be, I want to say Kendrick Lamar and J.
Okay.
Cole.
Oh, J. Cole. Okay.
I'm a huge J. Cole fan. So I would want to work with them just because of the knowledge that I can gain from them.
Right.
Set aside from the little beef or whatever, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But just to be able to see their work ethic, and I respect J. Cole's move on bowing out and just learning from him and what made him bow out of that situation.
Okay.
Because, you know, there's so many people who have lost their lives over beefs
Right.
that had they had the courage to bow out like he did, they'd still be here.
Let me ask you a question. Why do artists, from your opinion, go through distortion and conflicts? I mean, we see it and we acknowledge it, but, you know, my answer is why? You know, my question is why?
Well, you know, a lot of people in the industry like to push drama. It sells.
It sells.
It sells.
Okay.
That's just like sex sells. When you're pushing a positive narrative, not too many people pay attention to it. But as soon as something negative comes out, everybody knows what happened. Everybody has their version of the story. But as soon as something positive comes out, it's a, oh, that's great.
So does it advance their sales as far as their music? Would you say so?
In the negative, when you're pushing the negativity, a lot of time it does help with sales. But I'm not for that. I'm for the positive side of it because there's so much more to life than somebody talking about guns and shooting somebody and what type of beat there are. I believe that sometimes some of those things shouldn't even be in music because they're pushing a narrative that a lot of these kids these days aren't under. They're thinking that it's fun and it's really not. It's costing them their lives.
True.
What they want to do with their lives, their education, their jobs, their stability, all of that is going down the drain because you want to go, use a gun to settle a beef where back in our day, you squad up with fists. You live to fight another day. Well, if you liked each other or not, you got to walk away from that, go home to your family, and if you saw each other again, it was on sight. But, people aren't having those conversations amongst men. There aren't any men teaching men how to be men.
Right.
And there aren't any women out here teaching women how to be ladylike or live in their feminine energy. Everybody is so masculine that they don't realize that they forgot love. There's no love.
Right. Do you feel there's an intimidation between the men and versus the women in the game?
I don't think there's any intimidation. I just feel like women are coming a little bit harder than men. I don't think there's no intimidation at all. We're just more competitive. A lot of men are more chilled and laid back, and they into other things except for what they supposed to be into. And there are some women that's on the same page as them, but they're making it.
Okay. How do you feel about upcoming artists right now? And do you know about any that's coming up right now? And what do you feel about them?
Outside of myself?
Outside yourself.
There are a few upcoming artists that I feel like they deserve to be heard.
Okay.
And they're not getting the shun, the light that I believe that they deserve. But at the same time, you can be as talented as you want to be.
Right.
But if you ain't got that dog in you, who gonna want to hear you?
Okay.
Who's gonna want to keep putting their foot behind you if you don't want it as much as they want it for you?
What would you say to them to be a good marketing strategy as far as advancement through their productions?
I would say create as much as you can.
Okay.
Every day. Drop as much content as you can consistently. Stay in people's face. Always take accountability for why you didn't go as hard as you were supposed to go today.
Right. And let's talk about management. It's very important. So do you feel that good management has a lot to do with them as far as advancement as well?
Well, currently I don't have a manager, and I've made it this far by
and
myself.
that's brilliant. I was going to say that because, I've talked to a lot of artists that has management, and for some reason they just can't lift off. For some reason, I don't think everybody's cut out for it.
I don't think that. See, the point of having a manager, you got to have something to manage. If you ain't got nothing to manage and you still taking baby steps, you don't need a manager.
Okay. And so you, as an artist, now we're going to talk about you because I read your bio. You're a very brilliant person, self-confident, and I love your music. I've listened to it, and hey, what can I say?
I appreciate
You're here,
it. Yeah. Fresh off the flight.
In comparison to where you are right now, where would you want to be at least futuristically? I'm not even going to say, some people say like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, but futuristically, what type of picture would you like to paint of yourself?
I would like to be a global artist.
Okay.
A global or international artist. I ain't saying I have to be the next MC Light or Queen Latifah or
Okay.
nothing like that, but I want to be comfortable in the industry where, like I said, when I ain't in the room, my name still rings bells and it's still
Right.
respected.
And that's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You're self-confident, and that's what brings out the fidelity of you, and I like that in you.
Mm-hmm.
As far as different genres, movies, things like that, you ever thought about, getting into that type of,
Oh, definitely. I mean, if as an artist, you can't make no real money off of just being an artist. You always have to have a backup plan. So, of course, doing music for movies, acting. I just literally did a pageant.
Oh, yes. Okay,
Beyond
let's talk
Beautiful
about
World.
that.
Beyond Beautiful World pageant. I was the runner-up for that. I was the Ruby, Illinois. So you have to have a stride. You have to
Right.
have a backup plan. There's so much money out here to be made, not just one lane. You can't be one-dimensional. You have to be focused and have a broad thinking pattern for what you're going to do next.
Okay. And so, it's a pleasure really talking to you. You guys go out there, support her, buy her music, producers, grab her. I believe that you guys won't be disappointed. I want you to come back again,
Definitely.
and with an upgrade, of course.
Of course.
And don't forget me when you get that Grammy now. I want to
no.
walk down there with you, girl. You know what I'm saying? I want to be part of that affair. I am so glad that you're here. And like I said, come back again. You guys go out there, support her, bring up the stride. She's straight from Chicago, y'all. And this has been another T-Lo video production. And before we actually end the show, just to let you guys know, she's going to do a live performance on the show. So stay tuned for that.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.
We got some fun people in the house tonight.
This is our house.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Come on. Hey. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear. I am kicking new flavor in your ear. It's about time it's new flavor in your ear. Hey. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear. I am kicking new flavor in your ear. It's about time it's new flavor in your ear. I'm bringing straight static, semi-automatic. Got these chickens choking deep throat, no capping. I'm not talking chicks, it's men too. Y'all been barking like bounce chicks, y'all been through. Who sent you? Got the game in the chokehold. Didn't get the living la vida loco. Giving eargasm, sweet sultry serenades. A pink panther, 2 fingers I pasture. I keep the heat like a mink coat. Hands wide open with the view of a peephole. Crown singing off key, I'm keeping them seat note. This thick chick here, yeah, she giving them heat strokes. Peep flow. Don't sleep on the verb, I just sling. Equivalent to a cheat code. Diddy bop on each flow. I get the cash and go crazy. Ow. Yeah, that I mean though. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear. Hey, I am kicking new flavor in your ear. It's about time it's new flavor in your ear. Hey, here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear. Hey, I am kicking new flavor in your ear. It's about time it's new flavor in your ear. I got that METHOD. Easy cake, I'm on D. You see me? Easy float, Lil Bo Peep. I'm here to win. Turn them all in the fence. You gon' get them high cuts, we gon' hit them low. Quick close with that faggy, that cryptic chronic flow. We here to get live like a Friday corner store. No peach patty pie, nothing sweet from the go. I'm doing double time. They sitting spitting rhymes. I take another rhyme. I spit another rhyme. We take a breath and close your eyes. We going coast to coast. Tune in, we going live, a reality show. I bust another round. They say give me some more. Man, I'm so shy. Town, here we go. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Hey, it's time for new flavor in your ear. Hey, I am kicking new flavor in your ears. It's about time, it's new flavor in your ear. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Hey, it's time for new flavor in your ear. I am kicking new flavor in your ear. It's about time, it's new flavor in your ear.
METHOD.
Man,
Easy cake, I'm on D.
man,
Easy flow, Lil Bo Peep.
I'm saying,
I'm here to win.
turn them all into fans. Woo! We celebrating 51 years of hip hop. Hey, let me hear you say, come on, come on, come on. Hip hop, it started out on the block, 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 block. Let me hear you say, come on, come on, come on. Hip hop, it started out on the block, 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 block. They don't understand the rhymes of a goddess, cause hip hop was straight heartless. I'm coming to wreck this set, cause it's a little story up that must be tough. I'm not a biter, I'm a writer for myself and others. I'm quoting the quotas, cause they my hip hop brothers. How we MC like, so y'all can dig me on this planet, galactically overload, exposing y'all like Janet. Come on, come on, come on. Hip hop, it started out on a block, 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 block. Let me hear you say, come on, come on, come on. Hip hop, it started out on the block, 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 block. So I kick in the doorway, venting the 4-4, got the crowd screaming, Queen, don't kill him no more. Woo-ha! Got you all in check. Pop into every last rhyme like Rakim in his prime. Cause it comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Ha, 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 ha. New flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. About time it's new flavor. Smoking on. Hey. In the middle of the bomb. Hey. Hey. In the middle of the bomb. Hip. Hop. Hip. Hop. Hip. Hop. It started out on the block, 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 block. Let me hear you say, come on, come on, come on. Hip hop. It started out on the block, 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 block. Yeah, 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 when we in the video. Shorty straight lab when we in the studio. Real thick, cute face with a little booty though. She booty though. Lyrically leaving them wet. 32 Mike, she a real killer though. Been getting some head in the back of the movie, yo. I keep it funked and fat, ready, set, let's go. Kicking common sense, get them how you already know. We ready, we ready. We ready, we ready. We ready, we ready. For y'all, for y'all, for y'all. We ready, we ready. We ready, we ready. We ready, we ready. For y'all, for y'all. Can I kick it? Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Can I kick it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm out smoking on hay in the middle of the bomb. Smoking on hay in the middle of the bomb. Oh, here, come on, high, come on, here, come on, high, hip, hop. It started out on the block, 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 block. Let me hear you say here, high, here, high, hip, hop. It started out on the block, 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 block.
It's not just mine, his or her house. This is our house.